Hi, Freedom Family, I'm Mark, and I'm so glad you're here at _Freedom for Life _ where we give you the tools, the truth, and the knowledge to take you from where you're at to where you're called and created to be. And I'm so ready for today's conversation because today I'm going to show you how to have a bulletproof relationship. So let's get started, shall we? Hey, and as we're getting started, could you do me a favor? Could you subscribe and become part of the Freedom family so you can be a part of everything that we're doing? And speaking of being a part of everything we're doing, hit that notification bell so that every time we have a conversation, you're in on it. So I guess there's a lot of things that you could say about how to build a bulletproof relationship, how to have that relationship that you admire, that you desire, that you want to have, the one that's fulfilling and amazing and awesome and you want to be a part of, right? Is it communication? While communication is amazing, communication isn't the way to have a bulletproof relationship. Is it giving gifts and kind words? While those are amazing things, and certainly they'd be great to have in a relationship, they're not that one thing. There's a singular superpower that if you use this in your relationship, you're going to have the most amazing relationship you've ever desired. What's this one thing that makes a bulletproof relationship? The one that makes the amazing, angels singing, flowers budding, doves flying kind of relationship? It's this one superpower that every person has, and it is the superpower of vulnerability. Before you shut off the video, let me explain. Here's the truth of the matter that you and I know. In order to have a relationship that's amazing, that's awesome, the one that you desire to have, you need to be able to show up as you are in that relationship. Which means this, it means you showing up as you without the mask, without the pretense, without the wall that's up between you and the other person so you don't get hurt. You need to show up as the person you really are. And the power in that is that it takes two people who are able to do that. A relationship isn't amazing because one person is able to do that, but both people. So if we're in a relationship, I get to show up as me, the person I am, not the person I believe you expect me to be, and you get to show up as that person as well. And in that place, there's a superpower because each of us is bringing to the relationship exactly who we are, right? It's not the honeymoon where somebody comes into the relationship looking one way and then 3 months later, 6 months later, a year later, there's somebody different, but I show up as me and you show up as you. Here's the challenge in that though. For me to show up as I am, not that pretend person I'm trying to be to impress you with, if I show up as that person, I give myself the ability to be rejected, to be put down, to be marginalized, to not feel valued because you don't reciprocate by showing love to the person that I am. See, the place of superpower in that vulnerability is that you give yourself the ability to potentially be rejected, but you also give yourself the ability to have an amazing relationship that's authentic, that's honest, that's whole, that's healthy, and that's amazing. Each of those 5 traits go together. Without the authenticity and the honesty and the wholeness and the vulnerability, you can't have a relationship, you can't have a foundation to build a lifelong love affair with another person. So in that place, when you're willing to be vulnerable, you take a chance that the other person will reject you. But in that place where you give all of you to me and I give all of me to you, you create a thing that nobody can stop because you're not trying to pretend you're somebody else. You're actually being allowed to be who you are. The superpower of vulnerability simply is this, me saying to you, I'm just going to show up as me. And I'm going to allow you to show up as you. And in the center of that relationship is a safe place for each of us to be vulnerable, to be honest, to be authentic, to be who we are all of the time. And you create something that so few couples have, but every couple wants. It's that ability to be loved and to love authentically and honestly. So what is the one thing I'll give you today for a relationship that makes it bulletproof? Where nothing on the outside can hurt us on the inside. It's a superpower of vulnerability, saying I'm just going to show up as me and I'm going to trust that you'll receive that from me and I'll do the same for you. And in that place, you have the relationship that you'll always dream of, and you'll have a relationship that other people will admire. It starts with conversations, and it starts with one person willing to step forward and saying, this is just who I am. But I promise you, if you do that, people will look at you and desire what you have and what you guys have developed together in your relationship. Would you do that? The world needs more authentic, honest, awesome, vulnerable relationships. And as you do that, you'll have the life and a legacy that other people will admire. Hey, my name is Mark, and I'm glad you're here at _Freedom for Life _ where we give you the tools, the truth, and the knowledge to take you from where you're at relationally to where you're called and created to be. Do me a favor, could you hit a comment down below and tell me this one thing. How long have you been in relationship with the person that you care about? Or you can give us a subject matter for a conversation, because we want to have the conversations that you want to have. Hit that like button, let us know something here is resonating with you. Forgot to tell you earlier, but down in the description we have our Facebook and our Instagram accounts. We'd love to have you be a part of those conversations as well. Share this with somebody who you know you want to have that vulnerable, authentic superpower relationship with, or somebody you know who needs one. And at the end of the day, if you do nothing else, dominate your day.